maximum traction possible. Okay, that takes us to 315. And where's the truck? The truck is... well, he's still coming. And any second now, there he is. And slams straight into something. Yep. Of course he does. Now the nice thing about loading equipment is you can do it while the worker's still active. Unloading, you have to kick the worker out of the tractor and unload it yourself. Alrighty, you can park, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, stop. And again, he's hit what looks like a fuel tank, but doesn't seem to do anything. And unfortunately we are at the full. No. Gonna have to drag it again. We're at the full pitch of the hitch on the trailer. And what with the skidding and the sliding and all the other stuff that the truck did coming through there, we just completely lost it. Starbuck, welcome to the stream. We are indeed almost at 1 million. Dang. Once we unload the Dan Gravel trailer, we will be at 1 million. I didn't notice that. Oh well. And that's filling. What might be interesting to look at is this one. So we got 221. That would be our canola. 252 is our rye. 154 so far. Probably be about 220 on our 900,000 litres of sugar beets. Not quite. We're only selling about 800 and something. And then the last thing we've got to sell is the sunflowers, which again carries a good value. We don't have, not sure how many we have actually. Helper E is blocked by an object. Seriously, come on. How? How do you manage to do that? You were supposed to drive through the middle. How do you end up right over there? Oh, brakes, 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 and follow. Problem here, again, there is a lot of obstacles along the side of the road which the workers could just decide to drive into for no apparent reason. Okay. Was this the last load or the next to last load? Next to last, okay. Oh, so much snow. I'm in the last couple of years on this game, I don't think I've seen that much snow in 5 years that I lived in it. 5 consecutive years of me when I was in England. Very occasionally we would get snow for a week. Most of the time we'd get snow for a day. And we've already had 3 months of snow this year in game. Well, 3 days of snow. So that's effectively about 10 days per day that we're playing. So it's a lot of snow. So even with the worker payments, this will put us over 1 million. Gonna guess we'll end up with about 1,060,000. All told. Still. Fun. It's looking quite cool with all the snow-covered fields. Apart from the oilseed radish in the field next to us, which looks kind of green. Okay, back at the yard. Squeak. There we go. Fast empty. Oh. Slow down, wait for it to fully unload. Oh, don't hit the fence. We might end up parked in the hedge again. Ah, we're good. Go. And obviously our next week's start, I have no idea what our primary tractor is going to be, because it's probably going to be used. Unless we're really unlucky, in which case it's probably going to be very small. But one thing I was able to confirm yesterday, bear with me a second while I try and get this out of here without redecorating the sides of any of our equipment. Yeah, that's kind of close. Ooh, and that's the wrong way to turn it. There you go. Okay, engine off. Jump out. So yes, this equipment, sprayers. These 2 units were part of the Cavernal and Vicon pack, and Giants produced those as standalone mods, so you have to get each one separately on the mod hub. And just after Precision Farming came out, they both got an update. That update is the Kverneland equivalent of See and Spray for herbicide. Not sure how it compares in price, however. So you don't have to get the John Deere sprayer if you want to See and Spray weeds. Obviously, if you want to use See and Spray TM, then that only comes on the John Deere. But an equivalent thing can be attached to the Kverneland. And as I said, I'm not sure of the comparative price, but it's a different option. And more importantly, it's one of these, so cheap than one of those or the John Deere equivalent. Okay, you're paying 26,000, then probably adding another 35 to put the See and Spray on it, or the whatever they call it on a Vicon Kverneland. Well, it's actually only Kverneland. They've lost the Vicon. What's it? Equipment design on that equipment. So where with the Kverneland Vicon pack, you had the option to select the manufacturer and the colour scheme. In Farm Sim 22, you don't get that option. It's just, it is what it is. So you can't get a Vicon sprayer, and I don't think you can get a Kverneland mower. But not a bother. Actually, my concerns about getting the truck refueled doesn't look like it's going to be an issue, and we may be able to fix that when no snow happens in spring, maybe. Eek. There is the possibility we may see a FS19 again, depending on how the farm we end up on grows, and how hilly it is. We may see some of these vehicles again, but for the most part, go again. Seriously, dude. You are starting to wind me up. How? How do you end up crashed into the one post? Reef. Maybe I should put the truck in front. Although we're only coming back one more time. Unless the sunflowers have to come back here. Aye. I mean, this farm's seen a couple of new tractors. We've got the Fast Track 4000 series, which we did have one at one point on Oakfield. I can't remember if we kept it, but we do have a big sort of mid-sized case, which I think is the first time I've used a case on any of my playthroughs, outside of the 1455 XL, which was the starting tractor on a lot of farms in Farm Sim 17. Have I become inspired with one of the FS22 maps? I'm really down to Calmsden. I like Calmsden because of the crop calendar. What I don't like about Calmsden is it has huge fields, so they're very expensive, and I'm planning a start from scratch, so we are going to be seriously hampered to get that to get that playthrough up and running. But once it's up and running, it's going to be easy, regardless of whether I'm playing it on hard mode or not. There is it Meadowlands? And oh, there's another English map. Maypole Farm, I believe. They're interesting. They have a couple of yards available on each of them. I think the fields are a lot smaller, so it's going to be easier to do a start from scratch on those. I would be Maypole. That's the one. Yes. I would be very much inclined to put the crop calendar that Lawfolds has, not Lawfolds, that Calmsden has. So you can harvest in September wheat and wheat and barley and oats and canola. So that's cool. That's a nice thing. I could do São Carlos. It's a South American map, which is not something I usually play. Even personal games I don't usually play. But it opens up the possibility I could do cotton, I could do sugar cane, at least once. Possibly not more than once, because it's as much of a pain as some of the other labour-intensive crops like the one we're currently shipping to market. I think are olives a crop that you can see in Brazil? Possibly, depending on the area. And also, basically all of the crops in Farm Sim would be good. Would be something that you see in Brazil. And again, he's got me completely wrapped up. Maybe. Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, good job, freaking workers. And then I think there are a couple of US maps. Midland, New York, I think, is one of them. It has some interesting things going for it, and I don't count the ability for the fields to flood as an interesting thing. But it's different. It's American. I don't know. I feel the most comfortable in a UK map, but that's just me. But it doesn't mean I should restrict myself to UK map. Attingham Park, I did hear, the last I heard, failed Giants testing. So probably not going to be available for next week. But most of the others, yeah, why not? It's just I'm finally getting Farm Sim 22 started. and taking a look at what the farmyards are like. Obviously, I'm very familiar with Calmsden because it's been around for a few months. It's whether or not, do I feel it's got the longevity that this map has given us? Quite possibly. I mean, it's an Oxygen David map. He tends to do his maps very well. They're very picturesque and very functional. And I kind of like the idea of a tough challenge to start off for a change. Well, we didn't get very far, did we? Oh look, he ran into the water pipe. How do you keep doing this? We drove down the middle, it wasn't even close. So 31 we were just short, so 60. Definitely be over 60,000 now. Okay, you stop there and bounce back to there. I haven't taken a deep... Did I take a deep look? No, I started taking a look at Maypole yesterday. It does, as I said, it has some big yards that are very cheap. Yards that support 700 pigs and 500 sheep and what have you. So, I mean, it's something you could just, we'll buy 20 sheep and see what happens. What's in great demand? Not the sugar beets, not the sunflowers. Hilltop, where? Oh, there you go. Carrots. Don't have carrots. And we have 70,000 sugar beets left at the farm, which is enough to feed the sheep for the coming year. So not going to sell any more sugar beets after this run. Oh, I wonder if I cut that too tight. There is the possibility the truck might crash. And it looks like he made it. Good. Obviously, from my perspective, Calmsden's a small map. I'll give it, that's one thing that you have to say about it. This map is, I believe, standard size, but you're running... you're missing the corners here, you're missing the corner there. But for the most part, it's the full 2 kilometre by 2 kilometre map area. The map I'm calling Midland, and as I said, I can't remember, is an oversized map. It might be a 4x4. So 16 square kilometres rather than just 4. So it's a 4x map. That means there's a lot more driving to places, but there's also a lot more fields and stuff. It also gives you a little bit of an opportunity, what am I doing? To roleplay disaster, because the lower valley floods, and maybe what you look at doing is whenever that happens, you plough under the crop and just, okay, it got flooded. Now we've got to restart that field. And again, American map, you can, you've got a choice of stuff you can grow. I think New York, you probably wouldn't. You might see grapes. You probably wouldn't see olives. You wouldn't see cotton. You wouldn't see sugar beets, sugar cane even. And bounce. Okay, you can stop there. Oh, that's the thing. You still tell the follow me dude to stop following you, and he actually turns the engine off. You are just not going to do that, so we'll just drive in with this one. But yeah, whatever we do next week, it will be a surprise, because I'm, as I said, I'm going to be spending this week, the time that I have free, to take a look at some of the maps and figure out a start that I'm comfortable with. And it's kind of a weird thing, but some of a lot of the maps I'm looking at, I don't even know what the starting farm is if you took the new farmer deal. But we'll be starting from scratch, so whatever happens, it's going to be a little bit interesting, I guess. Okay, you're at a good angle now. Just trim some twigs off the bush. Engine off. And let's go recover the truck, which is in a bad place. So hopefully for the sunflowers we won't have solid snow. Well, I guess we could look at the weather, see what's planned. Okay, the weather is, that's today. Oh, snowing all night. Tomorrow is overcast, Sunday, with sun after 6 p.m. I don't think so. And then we have snow, 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 and rain on Thursday. So this is day 5, day 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's going to be the 3rd day of snow, consecutive snow. Is going to be our sunflower selling day. And then the first day of spring will be rain. Oh, this is going to be fun. And empty. And yeah, I was so busy this week. I didn't get a time for Lawfolds. What we ended up doing was I went through all of the mods I play with the names of the modder, and just thanked, on the final video, just provided a verbal thanks to each of the modders that produced the mods I play with. Unfortunately, as I said, I was just busy this week, and so didn't have a chance. It's quite a laborious task, because you have to list all the mods that you're playing with, and then you have to work back to the mod hub to figure out where they came from. Also, with the series as we played it, there were a lot of mods that we used in pre-reboot that just were no longer available online anywhere to re-download. So I'm playing, we had a Valtra pack. I've got no idea who made it. I don't know where it came from. All I know is the website that it came from was discontinued 2 years ago. and because my hard drive failed, I couldn't recover anything from it. That's effectively gone. Okay.